Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to a new episode of Thegullysquad. How you doing, everybody? Welcome to this new episode of Thegullysquad. Now, today, something interesting happened today. Oh, something interesting. Very interesting. Kamala Harris, Democratic nominee for president, has just said she's bowing out. She's getting out of the race. Yeah, she's done. Now, this was one of the top tier Democratic nominees. In some polls, she was ahead of Joe Biden in a couple of debates. Now, for those who don't understand, this is really big news. Now, Kamala Harris, I personally did not support Kamala Harris for a couple of reasons, but that's not what we're talking about here. That's not what we're going to discuss real quickly here. What we're going to discuss is the downfall of Kamala Harris and why the downfall has happened the way it did. Now, even though I personally was not a supporter of Kamala Harris, I would like to say this for those who are listening. I do believe Kamala Harris was a good nominee. Oh, surprise, surprise. I do. I think Kamala Harris would have probably made a good president. Oh, surprise, surprise. Even though I didn't support her as. Because though I did not support her because of ideological differences, that does not mean I didn't think she was capable to do the job. See, there are people that are capable to be president of the United States. Oh yeah. But they may not be ideologically in tune, in step with what you think and what you believe and where you think the country may be going. But that does not make them not presidential. So I'm going to say this up front for those who are listening. I do believe Kamala Harris probably would have been a good president. I think she had the intellect to be the president of the United States. Oh yeah, she did. This woman is sharp. Very, very sharp. And I'm not going to go run down her resume. If you know anything about politics, you know her resume. Okay? So she was definitely able to to lead the free world in the Oval Office. Oh, definitely. Now, why it didn't go the way it's supposed to go? Oh, Miss Kamala Harris. I believe Miss Kamala Harris, and we're going to keep this one not very long, but I think Miss Kamala Harris was Kamala Harris' own downfall. I said that shit. You don't get this heat. Her downfall was herself. Oh, yeah. See, Kamala Harris had a few things going for her right out the gate. She was a successful prosecutor. She had authority. She had position. And in many ways, she was admired by many women and men. Oh, black women loved her. She was the ideal female candidate. She's not too old, but not too young. Okay? She didn't come off as a, I'm not throwing Hillary Clinton under the bus, but she didn't come off as, that Hillary Clinton shit that she has. She didn't come off like that. So Kamala Harris was actually admired by other women. And Hillary, though women, and I'm not comparing Kamala to Hillary, even though women supported Hillary, there's a lot of women did not support her. But Kamala, she had to support, especially with black women. Oh, black women loved her. She went to HBCU, if I'm not mistaken. Now, what does that all mean? here's the thing. She had the momentum in the beginning. She did. She did her rounds. She was actually, if I'm not mistaken, she was a front runner in a couple of polls. Okay. She was articulate. She was holding it down. But what made everything unravel? Kamala Harris said a few words, and unfortunately, she wasn't prepared for those words or those questions. A beautiful black woman, reporter, asked her a specific question. Do you support reparations for black Americans? Now, when she was asked that, now she was asked this before. Here's the thing. She was asked this question before, and she ran around the idea. She ran around actually giving you a specific answer. But in this particular interview, this woman, this reporter was very stern, very, like, you could tell she was targeted to that question. Now, she asked her other questions prior to this. But when she asked her that question, and she said, if I remember correctly, do you support reparations for black Americans? Kamala Harris turned around and said, well, she didn't turn around, but she started giving people a history lesson about slavery, Jim Crow times, the disparaging economical gap between the peoples of the country, which we all know. This is, and then she threw in the aspect of a program or policy called the LIFT Act. Now, which was going to help those who make less than $100,000. But here's the thing. As she answered that question, and you listen to her giving that answer, it was as if she didn't want to specifically say, I wanted to give, she didn't want to commit to the question. So she mentioned the LIFT Act and said that it would raise these groups of people up. But she never said black Americans specifically. She was saying all people. And then here's where the kick went in. The reporter once again, oh my God, I got to find out who this woman was. She asked her another direct question. She said, so does that mean you do not have any specifics for black Americans? I'm going to say that shit one more time. She said, do you have anything specific for black Americans? And then Kamala Harris turns around and says, well, she didn't really turn around, but she says, no, I do not have anything specific. I'm not going to do anything specifically for just black Americans alone. No. Do you remember that? Because when she said that, my ears rang. And at the moment when she said that, it was as if she said it with disdain. God damn it. No. I'm not going to do anything specifically just for black Americans. No, this is what I'm doing is for everyone. It will lift everyone up. At that moment in time, ladies and gentlemen, God damn it, you're going to get this heat. You're going to get this work. At that moment in time, when I saw that, I knew her presidency was going to go down. I knew her polls were going to go down. The reason why is when you saw it and when you heard it, it reverberated with a different tone, a different sense of, wait a minute, Kamala, hold on a second. So you have all these other programs for everyone else. Now, keep in mind, I'm first generation American, so I wouldn't get a goddamn dollar from reparations anyway. So I don't have any skin in the game regarding this. I'm just telling you what I feel and what I heard and what reverberated. And if it reverberated with me, God damn it, I know it reverberated with black Americans. Keep in mind, black Americans have been voting Democrat for over goddamn 70 years and haven't gotten shit from it. Well, they've gotten little crumbs, if that, off the table. But black Americans have been loyal Democrats. Now, goddamn it, keep in mind, I'm not a Democrat or Republican, but I analyze both. And I'm going to say this. Black Americans are now waking up. And when they heard her, and damn it, when I heard her say that, it reverberated through the eco. It reverberated through the universe. She couldn't give a direct answer, but instead of not giving, and not just not being able to give a direct answer, or yes or no, she wind up giving you some goddamn talking about live program for everyone. See, Kamala, if you're listening, when the LGBTQ asks for something, they're not asking it for everyone. They're asking something specifically for them. Pay attention. And they should. As they should. If I was a Jewish man and I was talking about Jewish policies that affect the Jewish community, God damn it, I want you to give me an answer that's going to affect the Jewish community. I don't want to hear about I'm lifting all goddamn boats or lifting up the whole goddamn community. You got to pay attention. You're going to get this work. You're going to get this heat. Same thing with other constituencies. If you're going to say something for women, specifically for women, to uplift women, okay, and you have policies for women, it shouldn't have any loopholes in it. It shouldn't have any strings goddamn attached to it. Are you paying attention? Are you paying a goddamn attention? So when she said that, it reverberated in the echo, and Black Americans are waking up. The whole world is waking up. So when they hear that, God damn it, I heard it. When I heard that, it first thing made me think, oh, wait a minute. First you say it with disdain, and then, wait, so everyone else could be obligated to ask for something specifically for them. And their needs, and their wants, even if you didn't agree with it. You see, I would have respected, and I think most people who are listening to the sound of my voice, my audience is very smart. Oh, they're brilliant. Would have respected her if she said, no, I don't believe in the reparations procedure. I don't really believe in the reparations at all. I think we should do this. Now, it would have hurt her. Yes, it would have. But people would have respected it because it would have been a position. She would have took a stand. But since she didn't take a real stand, and she tried to give this cockamamie crap about lift all boats and lift up program, and I don't know, maybe she wants to be a truck driver or some shit. She wants to lift shit up. And everyone else has to benefit from it. That was right there condescending. And the people felt it. Even people who supported her. There were people who supported her and said, wait a minute, they felt a way. Like they couldn't really grasp why they felt the way. Because they support Kamala Harris. They supported Kamala. I've known 2 women specifically who support Kamala Harris. But I have spoken to them and they said, I felt a little way about it. I still support her, but I felt a way. Now, if they did that, and those 2 women, I'm friends with these 2 particular women, if they felt that way and they supported her, imagine the people who was not real fully on board with Kamala Harris hearing that goddamn explanation. It sealed the fate. That was it. That was the last straw. So Kamala Harris, you yourself, you came out the gate running strong. But you were your own downfall. You were getting the support of Black American women. They were voting, they were going for you. A lot of Black American men were, on the, I'm gonna be honest, they were, okay, maybe. But you could have won them over. You could have won them over, Miss Harris. Easily. But you dropped the ball during one crucial conversation when you were asked a specific question and you went around the goddamn ocean with it. And then when that question came back to you, Miss Harris, you decide to say, no, I'm not doing anything specifically for Black Americans. As if they're not entitled to it. As if everyone else, every other community is entitled to ask for something. but not black Americans. Do you see where the problem is? Hindsight is something. And now you're going to look back on this, Miss Harris, and you will see it was that moment. I guarantee it. Anyone who's listening to my voice, look up when she said this and look at her polls. And you're going to notice that it was going downhill right after that. So, unfortunately, Miss Harris, you are not going to become President of the United States this time around. Hopefully, Miss Harris, you will do a better job next time. Hopefully, Miss Harris, you will look at the black agenda way more seriously. Now, other nominees who happen to be listening, take notes. Take notes. Because black America, from what I am seeing, has woken up. Black America has finally said, well, since everyone else is getting something, we're going to start demanding something for ourselves. Which, goddammit, they should. As they should. And if you have nothing for them, don't expect them to get the vote just because. I think those days are over. I think those days of having loyal black Americans just to be signing Democrat, voting Democrat just because, I think those days are not over. I take that back. But they're definitely looking different. Take notes. On that note, I bid you peace.
On that note, family, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Support the Gully Squad at patreon.com. And remember, we are one.